Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout that I completed on my crop weekend, and that was way back in May, and here we are June 29th, so that was like 6 weeks ago. And so this is a page kit that I had put together, and the background is from Maggie Holmes. It's one of those that, it's the package, the paper pad, and you just have like 48 sheets in the package. And I'm glad that I'm starting to use some of that up because I have so many paper pads of all different kinds, and it's nice that by putting these page kits together that I'm getting to use those up. Now these are some photos that I had printed off for another page and I didn't end up using, so they were just sitting there. So as I was browsing through my photos, I found these, and of course there was the big sheet of pattern paper that was the swans, and then there was this little 6x6, and all that is also from Maggie Holmes, I believe. And I decided to just use the 6x6, and this background here again is from Simple Stories, and I just love that it's just a plain grid. And when I cut my photos apart, the two small photos, I kept a little bit of white in around the photo, so that this photo matched that. I just went and dug a piece of white cardstock out of my stash, or what I had brought with me, and I'm just going to put a white edge around this swan. And this here, and I think I've scrapbooked about the black swans last year, because this is a picture of when we went to the zoo last year. And that was the first time ever that I had seen a black swan, and they are just the prettiest bird. And so this time I had done about how beautiful they were and all this stuff, but this time the title of this page is going to be Fairy Tale Moments, and I'm just going to talk about how, just taking Mason to the zoo and just walking around, to me it's like a fairy tale moment. I just love, and I mean, the only time we go to the zoo is if it's beautiful, right? If it's sunny and beautiful. We're not going to go there if it's freezing. We go there if it's nice and beautiful and warm. And Mason absolutely loves going to the zoo, which we still haven't taken him this year, which is really sad. And they're going on vacation. I think they're leaving tomorrow or the day after, in a couple of days, I think. So we won't be able to take him till probably August now, which is kind of sad. I wanted to this year get a yearly membership and take him a whole bunch of times, but I think, to be honest, I think it was a little not really realistic because of the fact that we're so busy that we're always doing this, that, or the other thing. So next year will be a more relaxed time, so hopefully we'll be able to go more often. But this year I'm hoping to at least bring him, at least once or twice. And so that's what I want to talk about with this page, is how, we did that with our kids. We brought them to the zoo, and now that, once our kids got a little older, I have to say, when we do go to Ontario, which for us is like 18 hours away, but we go to the Toronto Zoo. It didn't matter what age our kids are. Like the last time we went was in 2012. So the kids were a little older, and it didn't matter because the Toronto Zoo is just amazing. The zoo here that we have in our hometown, it's awesome. It's nothing like the Toronto Zoo, but it's great for, for the size of the city that we have. It's a really nice zoo. And it's just nice to walk around. But our kids didn't want to go to that zoo anymore, so we hadn't gone in like years. So the fact that now that we have a grandson and we can take him to the zoo, it's kind of nice to be able to do that again. And even I said to my husband, because we used to take our kids to the park and that kind of stuff. Of course, they don't want to do that anymore, so it's things that we don't do anymore. So it's nice to now have a grandson, and that now we're able to do these things with him. So it's kind of nice to be able to kind of relive that stuff with a grandson now. So I went into my Distress ink and I took one of the brown colors. I don't even think I think I just kind of picked the first brown colors that there was. Probably something twig. I think it's gathered twigs is one of them. And I just inked the edges of all the embellishments and the photos and everything. And then I'm just dividing into embellishment clusters what I had put aside for this kit, or for this page kit. And I am kind of arranging the photos in kind of a grid-like, and I'm really liking that. I love when you have, I love having different sizes of photos as you're doing your pages, because then what it does, it makes it so that, for me, I use the different sizes of photos as a way for me to help with the designs, because I design with how the photos are cut. So that's why I try to not always do 4x6 photos, but try to change it up so that when I change it up, it changes the design. And with this one, it's sort of a grid with the photos, and then I took a looks like a Polaroid, and you could punch it out, but I left it in because that's where I'm going to do my journaling. And then I'm on the Polaroid, then it says remember this, so it was perfect. And then I had some wood veneers that I had put aside for that, and so one was a feather, which was perfect because this is some swans, and then the other one just is an oval, and it says happy, and it has a little heart. And I had put aside some little hearts, some puffy hearts, and I believe that was from the Amy Tangerine collection from way back, and this was some leftovers that I had. And it's nice to be able, one, to use some older pattern papers that have been around in my craft room forever and a day, and two, to use some of these some of these embellishments that I've had also forever. And I believe that these puffy hearts, I had used them previously. I believe it was with a class, one of the classes that I had gathered some embellishments, and this was what was left over, and so now I'm getting to use it, so I love that. I cut apart this little die cut, and it was kind of feathers, and I was trying to make it work, but I don't get it to work, and that's okay. I'm sure I'll use it on another layout. And this little trimmer that I have there, it's a Creative Memories trimmer, and I have had mine for over probably 12-13 years, and it says that you have 50,000 cuts with them, and I've had it for that many years, and it still cuts like a charm. Now, Creative Memories, about a year and a half ago, I bought another trimmer. They're now white, same thing, they're just white, and I bought a second one because I figured that I've had mine, like I said, for like 12-13 years, so it's gonna run out soon. And I want to make sure that I have another one of those trimmers because I use it all the time. Mainly I use it to cut my photos down. Very rarely I use it for embellishments. Like I used it there to cut down in embellishments, but usually I don't. I keep it for my photos, and I've noticed that it lasts a long time. Another one of my favorite trimmers is this Caterpillar Crop. And I have the Caterpillar Pro too, and I love this one to bring to crops, hence the name. And the only thing is I made one of those iris trays. I made my own using chipboard, and you can see the tutorial on my blog, which I love the iris tray, but I cut the chipboard using my Caterpillar Pro, or Crop. Not good. It made the blade dull. Now, with this thing, what it cuts up against, it's supposed to sharpen the blade again. So I've taken the blade and I've gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's re-sharpening it slowly. Or it's sharpened now. I had to do it quite a bit at times to get it sharpened, but it's now sharpened again. But I would not advise, and they didn't advise it either, but you know, I didn't listen to the rules. But yeah, it dulled the blade, so don't cut chipboard with it. Now, I had put these alphas aside, and this is something that someone sent me. Thank you, Denise. She sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I couldn't believe it. It was a few months ago, and these stickers were in it. She said that she doesn't use a lot of pink, and she noticed that I use a lot of pink, so she sent me stickers and alphas, and oh my goodness, the box was full. I couldn't believe it. So as I'm putting my kits together, I'm also digging in through that so that I'm using some of the stuff that she gave me. And she also gave me some Project Life cards, and I'm using those too. So again, thank you, Denise. And so the title, like I said, is going to be Fairy Tale Moments. So now I'm placing the title right underneath the 4x6 photo, and I'm starting from the second word, and I'm just going backwards so that I know I wanted the word to end where it ended. So that's why I started at the bottom. And then the word moments, I'm going to again start with the last letter, because I measured it with, you know, I put my letters on some wax paper, and then I was able to say, yes, I wanted to end right there, right in the middle. And then that's the great thing about using some wax paper with your alphas, because you can kind of really tell where your title is going to end. And I like that. My letters were kind of crooked, so I kind of lifted them and laid them down. And this page is almost done. The only thing that I add is I bought the Nuvo crystal drops in different colors, so I'm going to make some little drops using red and pink, because I love pink and red together. And the banner that's under that frame looks a little bit red, so I wanted to add a little bit more red. So by adding some of those, and my goodness, those enamel dots are perfect. The only thing is you need to set them aside if you want to do them directly on your page. So you need to set your page aside and let them dry, and don't set another page over top of it for at least a while, so that it doesn't make the little bubbles, so that they're not around it. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.